Hi everyone. This next video we're continuing with our monster design um, subject. It's a big subject and it's a good prologue to character design, which is one level more complicated. This time I'm getting you through the design of a new Pokemon. Which is for me animals with superpowers, simplified version. I hope you enjoy the video. Like and subscribe if you do. Share it with people who might find it useful, who like Pokemon, maybe like drawings. See you soon, in a minute.
So the most important thing we need to keep in mind when we're designing our own Pokemon is the proportions, the ratios of the different evolutions of the same Pokemon. So the first one will have 3 in all. So the first one is always the cute one. He looks like a baby, so it's a large head and a smallish body. Sometimes the hand and feet won't be huge, otherwise it will look very powerful, and can't look very powerful at this stage. And that's something like that. Now I'm gonna work as an example. I'm gonna invent I know there are already several, I think 8 Pokemon based on bunnies, but this one is going to be an ice bunny. I don't think there are any ice bunnies, so here goes. I'm going to draw a huge pom-pom tail. Again, it makes the body look smaller, and it's very fluffy and cute, and round shapes, if you remember sounds like a He-Man character. Remember our earlier videos, and the ears will be huge, and again very fluffy because it's ice, so you know it should be fluffy. And let's see, it covers a bit of the body, like making him maybe perhaps shy. Big eyes closer to the lower part of the face, and I'm going to have to erase everything the ear covers because the ear is not transparent. It's just not. Okay. And the nose is between the eyes. Again, this is our lesson about cuteness, summarized again. And the pupils are very, very big, with a tiny spot for a highlight. And if we go with the shyness thing, the thing that came to mind when I drew him covering half his face with the ear, then I'm gonna draw a shy facial expression, which should be like maybe a bit worried, eyebrows kind of like in a sad position, which will also make him look cuter, but he'll have a small smile, so he will look kind of shy. Now the ice part, other than colors, which will be bright blue and white, I'm going to draw him some sort of like a snowflake mark on its forehead, which will be bright white, maybe even glowing. And in order for this area not to look too empty, I'm gonna have like another hair tuft. I think that's how it's called. And something like this for the ears. And that's like the baby slash first evolution of this bunny, of which I'll have to find the proper Pokemon name that they'll repeat endlessly when fighting. And now usually, especially if you look at the basic Pokemon, the Charmander, Pikachu, and Squirtle and Bulbasaur. Actually, Pikachu doesn't really fit because Pikachu is the middle evolution and the other ones are the first step. So the second type is always a bit bigger, and usually it stops looking very, very cute. It has a smaller head when compared to the body, and usually it has angrier eyes, and I'm gonna keep the bunny here somewhere, but I'm gonna depart from cuteness a bit, and the tail still gonna look big, but and the ears perhaps go back like this. They're still kind of fluffy, but he's not shy anymore. The hands or front legs are going to be a bit more pronounced, bigger. Let's draw the paw. And the eyes usually, first of all, are a bit higher on the head, not low, and still a button nose and small mouth. If you recall, larger mouths make things look less cute and look more likely to bite and dangerous. So the eye is still kind of big. I mean, the pupil is still kind of big, which makes it look more serious than evil or bad. So this is the second form. And the third form, which is way larger, again, if we take the regular Pokemon, the first three Pokemon you meet, like Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. So the end of the evolution, and I know one more thing. I'm going to give him like a small icicle here instead of the snowflake shape. So the third shape is going to be, I'm going to turn the page, it's going to look considerably bigger, way less friendlier, something like a wild animal that if you meet in the wild it'll be a dangerous encounter, as it should be from like the third evolution. So here we go. So because I went to something bipedal, I think, standing on two legs, then the final version is, I'm gonna make it a bit more. First of all, the head compared to the body is by proportion the smallest, and the legs, I'm gonna be like this. Kind of like a bit draconic, as in dragon. And the tail, I'm going to just make it into like a sort of a hair stripe on the back, and the small icicle is going to be now a very, very dangerous looking ice horn. And again, he's not evil, but he is extremely dangerous. So the ears are going to be more horn-like, and the mouth also bigger, way bigger. And I'm going to draw the shoulders from here. The arms are now actual, not exactly claws, but they would look like you can actually use them for fighting. And of course, we don't see the body through this arm. And that's our entire end result of the what starts as a cute bunny. I'm gonna add 2 front teeth, but at this point they're gonna be quite sharp. I did this because the head kind of looks a bit wolfish now, so I'm gonna hopefully the front teeth are gonna be sort of like and here we go. So stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 of the same Pokemon, the Ice Bunny, whose name, I'm going to do the tuft here as well, mustn't forget that. So yeah, I'm going to do a cleanup version for all 3 and present them together, one again next to the other. And the important stuff. So we started from baby proportions, child proportions, and adult proportions. The head always is smaller compared to the body. The hands and feet become bigger and bigger. And the shapes get sharper and sharper for the Pokemon to look more and more dangerous and capable as it evolves. What else? Oh, the name. So I'm going to think of a name. Usually when I need to think of a name, I don't know, go to Google Translate and try words that are connected to either, in this case, bunnies, ice, frost, and I try to translate it into some exotic languages. And when a cool sounding word comes up, I use that as the basis for the name. So stay tuned when I present the final version, which I'll paint digitally. Then the actual name will be part of it too. So look forward to that. See you soon.
So this is a few days afterwards. This is the cleanup version of the drawings, one by side by side. I looked for some words in Latin that might have a good context with bunnies or cold, and came up with Pruina, which means frost or frosted. So it became the name of the basic Pokemon, Pruinatu, I mean, for the middle one, and Pruination for the last one. That's it.